Good morning, everybody. I am starting off this video with a lean day, and then I will show you one of my regular eating days. Trying to get just a tablespoon of cream in here since it is a lean day. Just starting off my morning with a cup of coffee. Oh my goodness. Was that a burp? Should we feed Bubba? Should we feed Bubs? Feed Bubs? What about feed Izzy? Should we feed Izzy? Okay, you guys ate. And what do you need now? Do you need to go outside? Do you need to go outside? You want to go play with the ball? Outside? Yeah? Okay, let's go. We might actually get some apples this year. Last year we got a frost right after the apple tree bloomed, and I think that was what caused us to just not get any apples at all. But we got some nice blooms on there right now. Hopefully we won't get another freeze. So Izzy is obsessed with the ball. Like, that's her thing. She loves the ball. Bubs likes it pretty well. He's learning to like it more, but his favorite thing with the ball is that he can take it and torture her and prance around, and she's, just follows him, and he just thinks that's fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and have my athletic greens this morning. Like I told you in my last What I Eat in a Day video, I hadn't been taking athletic greens. I felt like my nutrient stores were pretty topped off and I didn't really need it every day. But since I decided to add in these lean days, and lean days automatically mean fewer calories, fewer nutrients, I thought I'd just go ahead and have athletic greens on those days, just to top myself off, make sure I'm not losing out on any of the good nutrients. So I am going to sip on this for a little bit. All right, typically I don't have 2 cups of coffee before I eat a meal, but today is Tuesday, and Tuesday is the day I get together with Lindsay Murphy on a YouTube Live, either on my channel or her channel, and we have a coffee chat. And you can't have a coffee chat without coffee. So I made myself another cup of coffee, again with 1 tablespoon of cream, and I'm about to go live with Lindsay. Of course, this video will be coming out after that, so I will put a link up in the cards to our live chat if you happen to miss it. I remember like years and years ago when I first started using MCT oil, I made an MCT oil mayo. Yeah. And like made a dip out of it, and I was just like, enjoying my veggies with my homemade dip. Yeah, I learned my lesson quick.
If you ever have somebody who is struggling in the department of digestion, yes, offering them something to that effect might really help aid them in that difficult time.
It's noon now, and I'm going to go ahead and have my first meal of the day, and it's going to be a little bit weird just because this is what I happen to have available. I was wishing for some like lower fat sandwich meat so I could make a bagel sandwich with like some turkey or chicken, but I don't have any of that at the moment. So I'm going to do 2 of these egg white bagels. I did a recipe video on these. I'll link up in the cards, with just a little bit of cream cheese. This is a lower fat cream cheese, like the 1/3 less fat. So I will just put a little smear on each of those. And then I had these shrimp defrosted in the fridge that I needed to cook up and use. So I am going to just season them with the Red Rock barbecue from Redmond. This stuff is really, really good. And just to keep it low fat, I'll just throw them in the air fryer just for a few minutes because they cook so fast. And so I'll have some shrimp and bagels with cream cheese. I know, very weird combination, but it's what I've got. Okay, here's my very random meal. My shrimpies turned out really good. This is a little bit of sauce that I made when I made my coconut shrimp for a video, which I do not know if that video will be out by the time this video is out. So if it is out, I will link it up in the cards. Otherwise, you can look forward to coconut shrimp with this delicious sauce. So that is what I'll have with the shrimp. And then I have the 2 bagels with 1 tablespoon of cream cheese spread over all of it. So not a lot of cream cheese, just enough to give a little bit of fun. We're about to run out the door to run some errands and take Charity to piano lessons. So I'm going to mix up my electrolytes to bring along with me. Guess we're gonna do citrus salt today. I love how fast the element dissolves in the water. So easy. All right, I'm home now and it is 5 p.m. and I'm really hungry for dinner, and I haven't eaten a lot today, and so kind of having a bigger dinner, even though it's a lean day. And it really isn't a ton of calories. It's still a bigger dinner for a lean day. I have a bunch of chicken strips here. These are my protein breaded chicken strips. So they're pretty low in fat, and I air fried them, of course. So that keeps them low in fat. These are still the ones that I prepped in my food prep video from a week or two ago. I'll link that up in the cards. I have some of the Kinder's Zero Sugar Cali Gold barbecue sauce. That's my favorite of the Kinder's barbecue sauces. That's for my dipping. And then this is just some 2% Fage Greek yogurt. I found it at Grocery Outlet today for a pretty good price. And the Fage is a little bit lower in carbs than some of the other Greek yogurts out there. So I decided to stock up on that. This is the 2%. So in one serving, which is a 2/3 of a cup, I think, 170 grams, there's only 3.5 grams of fat. So even though it's not the non-fat, it still fits into a lean day being 2% fat. And then I have a seltzer to sip on. It's about 7:30 in the evening, and the last thing I'm having today is a cup of pumpkin spice rooibos tea with half a packet of chocolate mint element and 1 tablespoon of cream. So it's the morning of the next day now, and I'm about to start on my regular eating day, but let's go over my macros for yesterday, and then I will show you my blood sugar info for yesterday. Got in 1,012 calories for the day, 141.5 grams of protein. That was 58.3% of my calories. 34.6 grams of fat, that was 32.1% of my calories, and 23.5 total carbs, or 18.5 net carbs. And this is a pretty average lean day for me. I always try to get over 100 grams of protein, which is pretty easy on a lean day. Try to stay under 200 grams, which also is pretty easy. My fat usually ends up anywhere between 30 and 50 grams. So all in all, a pretty average lean day. All right, here is my blood sugar data on my NutriSense app. I'm not sure why I kind of went down, my blood sugar went down kind of low overnight. I woke up at 2 a.m. to go to the bathroom, and if I can get this to, and it's like right after that is when my blood sugar dipped down. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. I went back to sleep super fast. I didn't feel like I had a big cortisol spike or anything. Just got up, went to the bathroom, and went right back to sleep. You can see this blue dot is when I woke up. My Fitbit pulls that data in, which is kind of interesting. I always see that rise after I wake up, which is the cortisol rise in the morning that, gets me awake. Took my athletic greens at about 9:30, started at a blood sugar of 81. 2 hours later, had a blood sugar of 86, so I only got a score of 9 on that because it wasn't close enough back to baseline at that 2-hour mark, but nothing really to worry about. Then my lunch, which was the bagels with cream cheese and the shrimp. Totally weird meal, I know, but I got a score of 10 on it. Blood sugar of 88 when I started, peaked at 91, and then had a blood sugar of 87 2 hours later. Then dinner, the chicken strips with barbecue sauce and Greek yogurt, got another score of 10. Started with a blood sugar of 86, peaked at 88, and then had a blood sugar of 86 at the 2-hour mark. So that was perfect. So you can see on the dashboard here, I had my average blood sugar of 79, which I was really happy with. Like I mentioned in my last What I Eat in 2 Days video, I was curious to see if my blood sugar was going to be higher on average on the lean days. And the last time it was a couple points higher for the average. And so I was wondering if that trend was going to continue. Obviously, I don't know what my blood sugar is going to do today on my regular eating day, but having an average of 79 is, just about as low as I ever see. So I don't feel like I had any abnormal spikes of blood sugar from eating the higher protein and the lower fat yesterday. So very, very happy with that. And I'm curious to see what my blood sugar is going to look like after my regular eating day today. Good morning on my regular eating day. So I am starting my day off with coffee as usual, but this time with 2 tablespoons of cream. You're confusing him, Renee. A burger? Here is my breakfast. I have a 4-ounce burger patty underneath the eggs, 2 eggs with smoked salt, a little bit of avocado, and a half a cup of cottage cheese. I am going to dig into this, and I expect it will hold me for quite a while. I always love those super dark orange yolks from our pasture-raised chickens. So does Bubba. It's about 11:30 now, and I'm going to go ahead and mix up my electrolytes. Going to do raspberry salt today.
Like this. Up and wait, maybe we could put more with the butter on it. That makes tots brown. I don't want mine.
The forget-me-nots are in bloom. I love these so much. They're so cute. There's some back there. For lunch, I am going to do a taco salad. I prepped this taco meat the other day, and I have some queso fresca, some jalapeno. I love these on any Mexican food. For dressing, I'm going to use this avocado lime from Primal Kitchen. It's pretty good. And then instead of like corn chips or croutons, I'm going to use some of these pork rinds. These are a new one that they had at Costco recently. They are really, really good. I am a big fan of this flavor. I need to find some olives also. That would be really good. And I'll show you my salad when it's done. All right, here is my salad. I have butter, lettuce, and spinach mixed with the avocado lime dressing. I like to mix the dressing with the lettuce first because the toppings don't need to be coated in dressing. And then the dressing gets over the lettuce, which is where it needs to be. And then I have about 4 ounces of taco meat. I have my cheese in there that's hidden. I have some garlic stuffed olives from Trader Joe's sliced up in there. Let's see what else. Oh, my pickled jalapenos are in there. I also had a bowl of cilantro, green onion, and red onion all chopped up. I love doing that when I do food prep, just to have it in the fridge because it adds so much flavor to lots of different meals. So just having that prepped in the fridge makes meals just turn into gourmet meals. It's great. And then I also have the pork rinds here on top. That'll be kind of like a crouton or corn chip. And this is lunch. Oh, I forgot. I also have avocado in there. So this salad has everything. I'm having an afternoon cup of coffee with cream, and I wanted a little bit of a treat after lunch, so I'm going to have one of these peanut butter caramel crunch bars. This is actually the one that has strawberry coating on it, not chocolate. You know, they're a small company, and so they reuse the same packaging. They don't get a new packaging printed for every flavor. So trying to keep the cost down. I know they're expensive, but they're a small company, and I can tell you that these are absolutely phenomenal. There are some keto companies out there making different things, and like they're good, but it's like the kind of thing that I could make at home, and so I'm not like super motivated to to spend the money on it. But something like this, I do not have a recipe that does this. I wish I did, but they are just so, so good and not something I can do at home. So I know it's not in everyone's budget and price range, but if it is, and if you're looking for something genuinely delicious, highly recommend the Keto Cracked Peanut Caramel Crunch Bars. Any flavor, you really can't go wrong. So good. What are you guys working on this beautiful day?
Art projects.
Art project. So cardboard art has been the theme of the last couple of days. Talia made some cool stuff.
Making a maze.
You're making a maze.
I'm making a computer.
And you're making a computer. I love it. I'm so excited. My lilacs are finally blooming. They're a little late this year because we had a real cool spring. They usually come right on my birthday. My birthday was about a week ago, but they did come. So I'm so happy. They're so beautiful. They're like perfect right now. It's getting close to 7 p.m. now, and this is the last thing I'm going to have for the evening. It is 6 ounces of my homemade yogurt. It's made with half and half, so it's high in fat. And I mixed in 1 scoop of the chocolate Equip Prime Protein, beef protein powder. It's really good. I love it in my yogurt. So this is going to be the last thing I have for the evening. And now here are my calories and macros for my regular eating day. I got a total of 2,112 calories for the day. I got 112.7 grams of protein. That was 21.6% of my calories. I got 161.9 grams of fat. That was 69.8% of my calories. I got 45.2 total carbs, or 29.8 net carbs, and that was 8.7% of my calories. And now let me just switch back to my lean day so you can just see the difference in graph real quick. Basically, the blue and the yellow switch places between my lean days and my regular days, which I find interesting. And then here is an overview of my blood sugar for the day. The blue dots in there are when I woke up in the morning and when I went to bed at night. My Fitbit just pulls those in, which is really nice. You can see my morning dawn phenomenon cortisol rise after I got up. Now I'll go over my individual meals. For my breakfast, I started with a blood sugar of 79. 2 hours later, had a blood sugar of 87, also peaked at 87. So I don't know what was causing my blood sugar to rise at that point, but I don't expect it was the meal because that meal was pretty low carb. And I still got a score of 9, so nothing to worry about. For lunch, my taco salad, I started with a blood sugar of 78, peaked at 83, and then 2 hours later had a blood sugar of 82, so got a score of 10 on that one. Then my protein yogurt for a light dinner, I started with a blood sugar of 77, peaked at a blood sugar of 88, and then had a blood sugar of 86 2 hours later, so wasn't quite down to baseline at that 2 hour mark, so got a score of 9. I also like to check on what my average blood sugar was for the whole day, and you can see down here in the list, my average for the day was 75, which is about as good as I ever see it. So very happy with that. Thanks for following along on my What I Eat in 2 Days video today. If you are interested in NutriSense, the CGM program and this amazing app that gives you all kinds of insights into your blood sugar and all of the trends and things, I have a link down in my description. Just click on that and you can get all the info there. I do get a little bit of a kickback when you guys go through the process and give your email address to get more information. You don't have to buy anything for me to get a kickback. So if you want to support my channel, that's a really easy way to do it. And then you can also get all of that great info about NutriSense, which I absolutely love. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.